credit, though, the Texans. They win this one 20-17.
Sole possession of the AFC South, and here we are. Week 12 is underway. Looking ahead to Sunday, the Eagles' playoff hopes are dwindling away. This week they host Seattle. They're looking for their fourth straight win. Will the Eagles slow down Russell Wilson's MVP campaign? Here's our own Stacey Dales with more on this matchup in Philadelphia.
Good morning, Kay. We are in store for a huge game here in Philly on Sunday with the Seahawks coming to town, and all eyes will be, of course, on quarterback Russell Wilson, having the MVP caliber season that we talk about, 23 touchdowns, 2 picks. I know that all eyes in the locker room, at least for this defense, will be on Russell Wilson. A couple of recurring themes or phrases came up. I mentioned the MVP discussion, and then chess match. That is what they're expecting against Russell Wilson. I actually spoke with Pro Bowl defensive lineman Fletcher Cox, and I said, is this the best you've seen Russell Wilson play? And his reaction automatically was yes. Also talked to middle linebacker Nigel Bradham, who, by the way, is returning from the 4-game absence from the ankle injury. And I asked him what challenges he really presents. And on one hand, essentially, he said, you can't just let Wilson sit back there and throw the ball and not get the pressure you need because he can throw darts. On the other hand, you can't always rush with 4 because he'll beat you with his legs. That's where the match becomes a chess match, and they'll have to certainly disguise their coverages on Sunday with what would be a signature win if it so happens. Okay?
And Russell Wilson has been lights out on the road. The last 9 road games, 19 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Thank you so much, Dales. I will be there with you in Philadelphia for game day morning with MJD on Sunday. Week 12 is here. Let's break it down. Great slate of games ahead this weekend. It's Mad Minute. It is 60 seconds on the clock, and let's start right there in Philly, Schrags. The Eagles hosting the Hawks. What are you looking for after hearing all of that?
Let's make no mistake. This Philly defense came to play last week. They gave the Patriots all they could handle, and they made a lot of big stops. The offense couldn't get the job done. And I'm looking at Tyler Lockett's shin. Like, that to me is a huge thing right here, because if Tyler Lockett's not on the field, the Eagles now have a game tape and say, hey, look at that 49ers game. How did the 49ers keep the Seahawks kind of bundled in? Someone else needs to make a play. And if Josh Gordon is still getting there and not there yet, this one might be one of those 9-6 slugfests, and I'm not so sure that Russell Wilson could save the day this time.
This is simple. I'm looking at the record for the Eagles. It's 5-5, and I'm looking at the calendar. And it says Week 12. This is like, if you love someone, set them free. You lose this one. This feels like the 2019 Eagles' last stand. They got bludgeoned by the Cowboys, and I see the Seahawks are kind of like a better version of the Cowboys. They run, they have the good quarterback. If the Eagles do not pull this out, it's time to start moving on.
You know, Russell Wilson's looked at as the ultimate nice guy. Like, he doesn't know how to have a good time or party. I feel like everybody throws a party for every other player aside from Russell Wilson. It's, Lamar Jackson, he's the MVP.
Okay.
You got to mention Dalvin Cook because you're leading the league. Chris McCaffrey. I feel like he's going to knock on the door. Hey, you guys having a party in here? Is it an MVP party? Okay, well, maybe you should be talking about me. He's going to remind everybody just how good he is.
Eagles top 5 against the run. Chris Carson's my guy, and off the races. Is he going to get something done against a tough defense? Maybe not, but I know it's supposed to rain, so we have to keep your eyes on the forecast as well for that one. Moving on, Nate, let's stay in our backyard here in New York. We don't have to go anywhere. The Jets are hosting the Raiders. What do you have your eyes on? Well,
for the Bills, this is, we're talking the Jets. I'm sorry, the Jets. Well, with everything that's going on with the Jets and them finally starting to catch their rhythm, I'm looking at an offense that is kind of galvanized themselves around Adam Gase being the man. And
Darnold looks good back-to-back weeks.
No doubt. And them saying, you know what, we're going to keep Gase around because regardless of what you want to say, that seat was a little hot. But now this team is starting to play ball. And all the guys that want to trade in blocks, think about it. Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, and Jamal Adams playing out of their minds.
I've been saying it all week. Classic trap game. Young team, the Raiders, feeling themselves, watching our show, watching ESPN, watching NFL Network all day long. Everyone's high on the Raiders. West Coast team goes to the East Coast. They play 10 o'clock their time. They enjoy New York City a little bit. We'll see how this goes. Good test for the Raiders, not just on the field. How do they handle this road trip, which could be a test?
We've had so much hype about the Raiders rookie class. I'd like to look at the Jets rookie class because there's a very big pick way up at the first round. And Quinnen Williams, he went with our buddy Adam Lefko and he made all the different gifts and everything. Right now, if I'm looking at Quinnen, I'm my guy. We need some plays, bud, because Josh Jacobs was coming right in your gap. Go get him. Let's go. It's time.
More Good Morning Football on the way, but make sure you tune in to NFL Network on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Rich Eisen, Steve Mariucci, Kurt Warner, Michael Irvin, Ian Rappaport. Hey, Cynthia Freeland. They will get you set for kickoff. It's called NFL Game Day Morning. You know it. You love it. It's presented by Lowe's, and Steve Smith Sr., by the way, going one-on-one with your guy, Nate, Panthers QB Kyle Allen.
Oh, yeah? Talking about.
Yep, he knows he needs a bounce-back, must-win game.
You got a signed jersey from Kyle Allen?
I
love it.
Frame it.
I'm gonna wear it.
Yes.
Frame it.
Plus, we go on location with me and MJD for Seahawks Eagles. More GMFB on the way. There's nothing faster